Okay po, so good day. I am Ricardo Garoteria. I am your nurse for today. So for verification purposes po, may I ask for your name, birthday, and your MR number?
Okay, my name is Lordzina L. Antiporda, and my birthday is November 6, 2013, and my MR number is 123.
Okay po, so for confirmation purposes, may I check po your wristband? Okay, thank you po. So Miss Sina, for today po, I'm going to assess your thorax and lungs. And we will do this po para ma-identify po natin if meron po kayong abnormality sa inyong thorax and lungs and to reduce some risk and of course to promote healthy thorax and lungs niyo. So before anything else, may I ask po if meron po kayong cultural sensitivity. Should I be aware of any of those like personal beliefs, religious beliefs? Meron po ba? Meron naman. Okay. So before doing any procedure, may I ask if you want some privacy? Should I close the curtains, windows? Gusto niyo po? Hindi na po. Okay. So before doing anything else, I'm going to start off with a infection control, which is the hand washing or the hand hygiene. So I'm going to put some alcohol in my hand. There are 5 moments of hand hygiene po. First is before touching a patient, next is after touching a patient, next is before doing a procedure, next is after doing a procedure, and next is after being exposed to the patient's surroundings or any bodily fluids. So after doing some infection controls, next is I'm going to don my personal protective equipment. So first is the gown, the mask, the eye goggles, the hair cap, and the gloves. So let us assume na nakapag-don na po ako ng personal protective equipment. I'm going to gather all of the equipments needed sa ating assessment, which is the thorax and lungs assessment. In this assessment po, ang kailangan naman po natin is the stethoscope, and of course, the alcohol for the after ng assessment is mag-alcohol ulit po tayo for protective measures. And that's it. So now, I will now ask the patient if meron po ba kayong any history po sa inyong lungs or thorax, like nahihirapan po ba kayong huminga in this past few days? Hindi naman. May sumasakit po ba dito at sa likod? Dito? Wala naman. So, good. Meron po bang past medical history na inyong family when it comes sa thorax and lungs, sa mahirap sa pahinga? Wala naman. So, good. So, let us now start with the general inspection. First po is the inspection of the nasal flaring and the pursed lip breathing. Dito po is check po natin yung nose ng patient if nagwa-widen po siya pag nag-i-inhale or nag-exhale. Since pag nag-inhale at exhale po siya tapos nagwa-widen yung kanyang nose, it can be a sign of nasal flaring or nahirapan din po siyang huminga or there's respiration distress po kaya nagkakaroon ng widen or nagalaw kanyang nose pag nag-i-inhale siya. Check po natin. Hinga po kayo. Exhale. Inhale. Okay, so makikita naman po natin sa kanyang nose na hindi po siya nagwa-widen when she inhales and exhales, which is good. Next naman po is the pursed lip breathing. Ito po yung pag nahinga is yung nabuo po siya ng lips na paganto or nagpo-pursed lip. Since ginagawa po to ng patient pag hirap po siyang huminga para nakakontrol po yung paglabas or the ventilation po and the inspiration exhalation ng kanyang air sa lungs. So, inhale po ulit niya. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So, makikita naman po natin sa kanyang lips na tikom lang po siya. There's no pursed lip breathing na hindi po niya kinokontrol ang kanyang breathing through the pursed lip, which is good since makikita natin na hindi po siya hirap and there is no respiration distress na nangyayari. So now po, let us now move on with the inspection of the color and the shape of the nail since many conditions po sa thorax and lungs ay nag-show agad ng symptoms through the color and the shape of the nails. So now we will check for the nails of the patient. First is the color. Ang color naman po niya is pinkish, hindi siya pale or hindi siya cyanotic nail since pag pale po ang color ng patient, it could be a sign of hypoxia or a low oxygen sa kanyang mga tissues. Next naman po is the shape. Pakita po natin sa camera. As you can see sa shape ng nails ng patient, normal naman po siya. There is no deformities or different shape like nail clubbing. yung nag-extreme na pagka-curve or parang nagwa-widen yung shape ng nail since ang nail clubbing, it can be a sign of low oxygen din po sa body. Since ang patient naman po natin has a normal color and shape, so wala po tayo dapat ikapahalang condition na nag-show sa patient. So now let us now move on with observing naman po yung uses of accessory muscles ng patient. First po is we will check for the sternocleidomastoid, which is yung sa may neck po ng patient. We will do this by inspecting the neck of the patient. Nandito po ang sternocleidomastoid ng patient. We will check po here. We'll also check the scalene muscle ng patient during quiet respiration. Okay. Okay. So, ang kanya po mga accessory muscles are in use. So, this muscle contract normally during an attempt at deep inspiration. So, ang normal naman po ang mga galaw ng kanyang muscles when she inhale and exhale, which is good. Wala po dapat kabahala when it comes sa sternocleidomastoid niya and sa kanyang scalene muscles. Okay, so now we will inspect the client's position. We'll check if she's sitting upright and nice. Let us check, okay? She's sitting straight, nice, and upright. Since if hindi po upright ang kanyang pagkakasit, like mayroon po tayong tinatawag na tripod positioning, nakaganon po. Since ang ganun po position ng isang patient is kinocompensate lang po niya yung hardness ng kanyang paghinga, kaya na ganun po ang kanyang position. Pero pag ang position po na isang patient is straight, upright, and normal ang breathing ng patient, wala po dapat tayo ikabahala. Check naman po natin if meron po siyang shortness of breath. Wala naman po. So, which is good. So, wala po tayo dapat kabahala. Next naman po is we will palpate our patient. We will use our hands in palpating the patient. Sa hands po ang ating gagamitin is the palm part. So I will ask the patient to turn around and we will palpate her thorax and lungs through the posterior position. So, okay, turn po. Thank you. So now we will palpate the patient using our hands. So dito naman po is we will take our hands lightly and place them very gently sa back ng patient or under the thorax since we will also check for the thoracic expansion. Dito naman po. Here. Okay. So, ang kanya naman pong thorax part is symmetrical, which is good. We will now move on with the palpation for some tenderness and some sensation. We can use here our fingertips or yung palm lang for the feeling of some bulging, some masses, and if may mafe-feel na sensation na pain ang patient while doing the palpation for tenderness and sensation. So let us now start. So we will first use our fingertips. So, feel po ba kayong pain? Wala po. Now we will use our palm. Okay. So all throughout po ng pagpapalpate, wala naman po kayo na-feel na pain. Okay, so we will now cross out ng feeling ng pain or sensation of pain. So while palpating, wala naman po tayo na-feel na masses or bulging during the palpation, so which is good. So now we will palpate for the crepitus. So ang crepitus po sa over the lungs field ng patient, it can be sounds like a popping sound, cracking sounds, or like crispy sounds. Since dito po yung parang yung air na nalabas ng lungs ay na-trap siya inside the subcutaneous tissue around sa back ng patient. Since ang crepitus po is a sensation or sound when we move joint or we feel or palpate her back. So let us now check for any popping sound sa kanyang back. We will now palpate po without the interference ng cloth na suot niya. Okay. Yan natin his fingers. We will now use the palm. Feel any pain po? Wala naman. So good. Wala po tayong narinig na any popping sounds or cracking sounds sa kanyang back. We will now move on with the palpation of the surface characteristics ng back ng patient. Dito naman po, we will check for some abnormalities such as the texture, if there are swelling, lumps, masses, or deformities sa kanyang back, or any presence of pain while we palpate. So we will do this yung kung paano natin check yung thoracic expansion while also palpating using our palm. So, permission to ulit po to touch. Okay? May masakit po ba? Wala. Okay. Palpate naman po natin. Again. Insert ko po ulit sa loob. Okay. Okay, so there's no any types of swelling masses. Ang characteristic naman po ng kanyang surface ng kanyang back is good. Hindi po siya, there's no bumps to be worried about, which is good. Next naman po is we will check for the fremitus of the patient. Ang fremitus po, it is a normal response po since ito po yung vibration na feel po natin pag pinalpate po natin ng back ng patient. So, I'm going to use my palm only po sa palpation na to. And while palpating po ang back ng patient, we will ask the patient to say 99 and we will feel the vibration po nito while we do the palpation. So can you say 99 po while I palpate your back?
99, 99,
Okay, go.
99, 99,
Again po.
99.
Okay. So, I can feel normal vibration man po against my hand, which is good. And it is a normal tactile fremitus. Which is good po since if may ma-feel po tayo increased feeling of vibration, yung sobrang lakas, it can be a sign of consolidation po ng fluid sa back niya or sa kanyang lungs or thorax. And if may decreased fremitus naman po, it can be a sign of obstruction somewhere inside. So, a normal vibration po is a good sign of a good lung and thorax. So, now naman po, we will percuss the tone of the back of the patient. So, for the lungs, we're going to hear resonance when we percuss naman po yung kanyang back. So, its resonance po, it is like a low-pitch hollow sound that we can hear over the lungs. So, we're doing this in a systematic format like how we do it earlier during we palpate like this, making sure that all of the lobes ay madadaanan natin while we percuss. So, we will now check for the low-pitch hollow sounds while we percuss. We will use our fingertips. Okay, permission? Again. Ay nga po, we heard that there is some low-pitch hollow sounds while we percuss using our fingers. So, ang normal naman po ng tone ng kanyang lungs and thorax all throughout the lobe po ng kanyang. Next is we will also look for the diaphragmatic excursion ng patient through the percussion as well using our fingers. And we will percuss it. We will hear the resonate all throughout until we hear the dull sounds sa may bandang babang part and we will mark it. So in doing this, we will ask the patient to exhale and i-hold niya lang po yung pag-exhale niya. So, can you exhale po? Exhale, exhale. Exhale. Hold it. Okay. So now we will mark it. Yan. So may na-hear na po tayong dull sounds kaya tumigil tayo and minarka natin since doon po natin na-feel yung dull sounds which is yung diaphragm niya coming up. Now we will continue from the mark naman po that we made and deep breath naman po in and then i-hold po niya ito and i-percuss po natin siya pababa. Okay, so inhale. Inhale. Okay. Okay. And dull sound is going to be over masses and mark it again. The normal diaphragmatic excursion is 3 to 5 centimeter. So we will check the size of it po. Yung kanyang diaphragmatic exertion using ruler. Okay, normal naman po ang kanyang diaphragmatic excursion which is good. Since ang normal po talaga na size niya is 3 to 5 and if perfect or excellent yung kanyang diaphragmatic excursion, it can range from 7 to 8 centimeters. Kanya naman po is normal. So now let us now move on with checking the patient's breath sounds and adventitious sounds. So here naman po is we will use some stethoscope to check or hear for the clean sound ng lungs ng patient, the nice hollow pitch sound po ng patient. We will wear the stethoscope, starting over the top lobes and move systematically down, like how we did earlier. Inhale po. Exhale. Okay. Inhale. Okay. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, so we can hear clear sounds and which is good. Sa adventitious sounds naman po is we will take note of any crackling sounds or bubbling sounds since it can be a sign of consolidation of fluids. And another example, adventitious sounds is the wheezing sounds like we will take note po kung paano siya mag-wheeze in and mag-wheeze out if meron man since it can be also a sign of condition or consolidation po inside of her lungs. It can be a sign of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease na kanya pong mga symptom is that kind of sound which is the cracking and the wheezing sounds. Kaya ang COPD naman po, ma'am, is a type of disease na nagkakos ng restricted airflow po ng breathing na nagkakos ng problem sa patient. So, gets niyo po ba yun? So, ang COPD po or the chronic obstructive pulmonary disease po is a type of disease na nagre-restrict ng airflow po sa patient kaya nahihirapan po siya sa pag-breathe na can cause problems sa paghinga po. So, wag po kayong mag-alala, wala naman po kayong COPD or hindi naman po kayo nahihirapan huminga, di ba? Which is good. This is naman po is an additional test that we can do sa patient to know if there are any signs or symptoms of conditions in her paghinga. First po is the bronchophony test, which is we will ask the patient na magsabi ulit ng 99 and then we will use our stethoscope all throughout that. Dapat po marinig lang po natin dito is sa muffled sounds ng pagsasalita niya 99 and not clear sounds. If there is a clear sound ng 99 while she pronounced the 99, is it can be a sign of consolidation po ulit ng fluid sa kanyang lungs or some pleural effusion. So, let's start. Can you say 99 po? Okay, go.
99, 99,
Wait lang.
99,
Again.
99.
Okay, so ang narinig naman po natin sa kanya is muffled 99 and not clear 99, which is sa test na to is okay naman po ang kinalabasan. Next naman po is the E-test. Dito po is we will ask the patient to say E, and dapat po ang marinig lang po natin is muffled E sounds and not A. Pag A po ating narinig, it can be a sign of consolidation again of fluids or some type of condition na dapat po natin i-take note for doctors to know or be aware of. So, patient, say E lang po, E. Okay. Okay, let's start. Say E. E, mahaba po. E. Okay, wait lang po. Longer. Okay. So, muffled E naman po ating narinig and not A, which is good. We will take note of that. And last test po is the whisper voice test. Dito po we will ask the patient to pronounce 1, 2, 3 ng pa-whisper. And dapat po wala po tayo marinig any at all na pag-pronounce or at least mahinang-mahinang 1, 2, 3. Since, or at least muffled na mahinang 1, 2, 3. Kasi po pag meron po tayong marinig na clear 1, 2, 3, even if she whispers it, it can be a sign of, again, consolidation of fluids sa kanyang lungs. So let us start. Pwede pong pabulong ng 1, 2, 3. Okay. Wait lang po. That's So, normal naman po lahat ng test na ginawa natin, which is the 3 tests. We will take note of that. So, now that we're done with all of the general inspection, such as inspect, palpate, percuss, and auscultation of the posterior part, we will document all pertinent information. After documenting, we will, pwede po kayong kumarap. We will discuss the patient holistic nursing care, which involves not only your physical aspect, but also your emotional, social, psychological, and spiritual aspect. Since ang concept po ng holistic nursing care, we don't only focus sa pagpapagaling sa inyo physically, but also pagkikare or pagpapagaling or pag-give ng care sa different aspects po nyo, which is, as mentioned, the spiritual, social, psychological, and emotional aspects. Thank you po.
Okay.